I'm hearing there was just some pushback from how De'Aaron Fox was continuously being singled out, whether it was publicly or behind the scenes. I was even hearing whispers that there was a situation where he might have asked even DeMar DeRozan come off the bench, and those things proved to be severe missteps in an already challenging season, where it put the front office in a position where they had to side with either the all-star talent they had or to part ways with their former coach of the year.
What?
There should be no closeout opportunity. No closeout opportunity. And why there was a closeout by Fox, I'm not sure.
Fox has to step up. You have a lot of responsibility if you're that guy, and he's that guy. And the pressure is on him to go get it done.
So he's basically...
The Kings have let go of coach Mike Brown, and Lou Williams inadvertently threw the players under the bus. Everyone quickly rallies behind Mike Brown, with Nuggets coach Mike Malone expressing surprise but commenting on the Kings' dysfunction, claiming they lack class and courage. Even DeMarcus Cousins, who despises the Kings, stated that Mike isn't the issue. Amid all this, Lou drops a major revelation, hinting there were issues regarding De'Aaron Fox being frequently targeted, whether in public or privately. There were even rumors of a scenario where he allegedly suggested that DeMar DeRozan should come off the bench, which turned out to be significant errors in an already tough season. This predicament forced the front office to choose between retaining the all-star talent or parting ways with their former coach of the year. Lou Williams suggests that players indicated it was a matter of him or us. Consequently, some are labeling Lou a snitch, while De'Aaron Fox calls it a fabrication. I just saw my buddy Mike at my Fit Foods, and he mentioned that promo codes are flowing in because you guys are enjoying my Fit Foods. Personally, I choose 4 meals daily, eat them, feel satisfied and healthy, all without worrying about meals. They offer tasty flavors, constantly bringing in new options each month. It's affordable and convenient. Having tried several meal prep services, I can confidently say my Fit Foods is the best. Use code HOOPS30 to receive 30% off. If you reside in Houston, Portland, or Denver, simply enter a store, or if you're in any Texas city or New Orleans, use overnight shipping with code AMHOOPS30. Mike Brown completely denies any desire for his firing, yet some people who heard Fox's response to the news found it suspicious. What was the plane ride like, discovering the news together? Oh, well, we departed a bit later, and Doe spoke to us before we took off, and afterward the flight was usual. I fell asleep. That feels a bit odd, doesn't it? Does that sound like someone who cares about their coach being fired? Is he losing sleep over it? No, he actually went to sleep right after, so perhaps Lou Will's account holds some truth. This year, Mike Brown notably called out De'Aaron Fox in the media by name multiple times. For instance, just hours before the dismissal, the Kings were up 19 against Detroit at one point, but leading by 10 with 3 minutes to go, the Pistons narrowed it to 3 with 8 seconds remaining. The coaches instructed the team to foul if necessary, but not to allow a 3-point shot. Yet De'Aaron Fox left Jaden Ivey unguarded in the corner. He rushed to contest, foolishly fouling as Ivey hit the shot, made the free throw, and won the game, resulting in a 5-game losing streak following all the De'Aaron Fox trade rumors. So how did Brown respond behind closed doors? Because publicly, he wasn't hesitant to call Fox out, asserting there shouldn't be any opportunities for a closeout chance. And I'm uncertain why Fox had a closeout. Fox must take charge, as he carries significant responsibility if he's the primary player. The pressure mounts on him to deliver, essentially placing the blame on media, citing it's all on Deere and Fox's shoulders. I could show like 10 clips of Brown directly calling out Fox. So is it unreasonable to consider that Deere and Fox may have asked for Mike Brown's firing? I don't believe so, yet the trade speculation won't just disappear. If Fox imagines moving to San Antonio or Houston, remember that Greg Popovich and Ime Udoka aren't exactly the softest coaches. It appears Brown wanted Fox to embody a superstar, pushing him to lead through both body language and effort like a LeBron James, though De'Aaron Fox disliked that tactic. Consequently, some label Fox as a coach killer, which is quite severe, but it illustrates the high regard for Mike Brown. He took a team to the number 3 seed in the West 2 years ago after a 16-year playoff drought, becoming the first unanimous coach of the year in NBA history, only to be let go 2 years later. Continuously calling out your team and star player today might not be wise, but Brown likely felt he exhausted all options to motivate them toward defense. However, ESPN reveals something even more chaotic. De'Aaron Fox did not agree to an extension prior to the season, which somewhat makes sense. He could earn significantly more by waiting for the summer, yet he informs Draymond Green on his podcast that his priority is winning, and if the Kings can't provide that, he may seek other options. The Kings are indeed in disarray, so it's just a matter of time before Fox requests a trade. How will they manage this situation? The first apparent step is to dismiss Coach Mike Brown, but he's not the core issue. The Kings boast the 8th best defense in the NBA and rank 16th defensively, yet their record stands at 14-19. Comparable teams with similar net ratings like the Magic and the Wolves are making the playoffs. The issue lies in clutch performances. The Kings have a 6-13 record in close games this season, which is the third worst in the league. This is surprising since both Fox and DeMar DeRozan are top-tier clutch players. Defensively, Domantas Sabonis provides no rim protection, and the lone wing defender is Keegan Murray, who is being overshadowed by DeRozan. Defense has been a persistent problem for years, and their major offseason decision involved acquiring a player, highlighting how ineffective the front office is. It's no surprise they dismissed Mike Brown before facing accountability. They can just blame the coach. ESPN pondered Sacramento's next steps. Trading De'Aaron Fox and beginning a rebuild seems obvious, but being 12th in the West now allows them to protect their pick. Back in 2022, they traded for Kevin Huerter for a first-round pick, which is currently top 12 protected. If the Kings tank now, they can retool, keep their draft pick, and trade Fox for a promising young rookie instead. The Kings have shown interest in Zach LaVine from Chicago, Brandon Ingram from New Orleans, Cam Johnson from Brooklyn, and Kyle Kuzma from Washington, according to league sources. Honestly, if you compiled a list of players who would be a bad fit for the Kings, this would be it. If asked to name players who make no sense for Sacramento, Zach LaVine, Brandon Ingram, Cam Thomas, and Kyle Kuzma would be the answer. It's almost unbelievable, a clear indication that the front office is trying to secure their positions. Rather than focusing on the franchise's long-term health, they're opting for a quick, short-sighted solution aimed at making the playoffs and pleasing the owner. As a Kings fan, I would be incredibly frustrated, but perhaps De'Aaron Fox is leaving them with little choice. He recently switched to Rich Paul from Clutch Sports, who is well known for helping his clients land on their desired teams. A reliable reporter at Bleacher Report has indicated that rumors within NBA circles suggest Fox may seek a trade before the February 6 deadline, and the Kings might be open to all possibilities. He's from Texas, and there are essentially two teams he could choose from if he wishes to return home: the Spurs and the Rockets. We have touched on this already. How tough those coaches are, but on the court he's an excellent fit. Fox running an offense for Wyoming would be exciting, and Houston lacks that lead scorer. The Rockets already have the defense, rebounding, and coaching, but what they need is the player to make that final crucial shot. Fox indeed won NBA Clutch Player of the Year, but if De'Aaron gets traded, I believe the Kings would also have to consider moving Domantas Sabonis, who is 28 years old. They would want to build around younger talents like Keegan Murray, Devin Carter, this top 12 pick, and whoever they acquire in trades. However, as of now, the Kings are a total dysfunctional mess, and while it's not surprising, I'm frustrated that more people aren't watching this new NBA rules video. It's one of the most entertaining videos I've put together in quite some time. I explore realistic rules, less realistic ones, and even some downright absurd rules. So check out this video and share which ones you like the most.